Hey guys, Louis here. As you can see, I'm just grinding and trying to get my Witch Doctor to 13 after they reset my whole account in the recent patch, patch 16, as they did with everyone. And today I'm on my journey of killing Chancellor Eamon and continue my heroic quest to kill the Skeleton King. And you can feel free to insert some kind of heroic background music to make that sound just a little better, hopefully. But well, today I felt like talking about two things, which are exams and vacations. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's funny how those two things are fairly related to each other, and yet so different. I mean, I'd almost call them opposites. Exams always seem to come up right before vacation, so that while you look forward to relax and not think about anything related to studies, you still have to prepare and be frightened most of the times about the upcoming exams as well. And I'm gonna be honest with you here, I really don't like exams, like I really don't, with a big pressure really. To me it seems so random, at least the grade you get from it. I mean, try to follow me here if possible. There's a single exam, and let's face it, people can have bad days, believe me, especially me. And apart from that, apart from having like the worst day of your life, probably it will feel like that if you fuck it up at an exam. But as I said, apart from that, the subject you have to go to the exam is often so huge that you won't even be able to read up on all of it, and you'll have to pick subjects or parts of the main subject that you really want to study into, and also pick parts that you skip easily through. And I mean, when you go up and pick the thing you have to talk about at the exam, it's all determined on luck whether or not that's the part you read really good up on or the part you just skip, because otherwise you're screwed, and so many things can go wrong at an exam. I mean, and the worst thing probably is that it doesn't matter. They don't give a shit if you had high grades the whole year. And I mean, if your presentation and knowledge about that subject on the exam day just isn't good enough, they'll give you a low grade or even fail you. And that just doesn't seem fair to me. And that's how it works in Denmark. So I really hope they'll change it. And as you may know or have figured out by now, I'm gonna go to exams in around 2 months, and that's why I'm ranting so negatively on it. But it bothers me a lot. I mean, especially when you're a little nervous at the exams, as I usually am. And I think I've found a solution to how they could fix this matter for most students. I mean, they could perhaps give you 3 exams a year, and combine the grades of those exams into your final grade, because that would make the subjects you'd come up in a little smaller, give you more time to read in depth about the subjects, and also if you had a bad day, you still had 2 more exams to make up for it and show what you're really worth. And in my opinion, that'd be a way more accurate way to determine your grade. But the sad thing is, I'm not sure the government has the finances for doing that in any way, and I'm not sure they have any interest in it either. But I mean, after all, these grades determine what studies you can get into after college, and determine, most likely, what you'll do for the rest of your life, at least for most people. And having a bad day or feeling nervous or even being frightened isn't gonna help in any way getting those high grades, and you only have a single shot at it. And I just don't like that. I mean, it really determines what study you can get into and what you're gonna read up in for the rest of your life, and what you're gonna work with. But well, as said, I'm gonna take 2 exams this summer, math and biology, and I have fairly decent grades in it, but I'm just nervous that I'll fuck it up, and I'm not sure if that's a normal tendency or if I'm the only one that feels that way, but I'll just hope everything goes well. And if it does, I'm gonna go out and celebrate it, because it's gonna be the summer vacation right after, and holy moly. I'm looking forward to that. I mean, no studies, no getting early up in the morning, no nothing. The summer vacation is the ultimate vacation, and I'm gonna love every bit of it. Like going to the beach, having a swim, drinking and partying with friends, not caring about what you have to do the next day, since there is nothing to care about. And traveling also, just traveling around the world and treating every day like it's a miracle. And I know by now, and I know this for certain, that most of you probably are thinking to yourself, but Louis, Diablo 3 is out, the fuck? Yeah, you know, go traveling? And you're right, I most likely ain't gonna go traveling now that Diablo 3 is out. I'm gonna be playing a lot of Diablo 3, to be telling the truth. But if the sun's shining, I'd much rather be outside and enjoy the beautiful weather with my friends and family. And then just stay inside playing Diablo 3 at night and recording the footage and everything there. But there's only one thing of vacations that I can't stand. Two things. The first one is the constant countdown inside your head. I mean, it's just telling you that a whole new year of studying is beginning sooner and sooner and sooner. And the other thing I can't stand is cultural traveling. I simply can't stand it. I have nothing against people who like it, but running around in a hot town, looking at monuments, museums, stuff like that, just isn't my kind of vacation. I want to relax and lay by the beach or pool somewhere and just enjoy myself that way. It's like I was in Prague this winter. There's nothing to do with the summer vacation, but it's a good example on what I'm trying to get to. But also in Prague this winter with a lot of friends and people from my college, and we went there for one thing, obviously, and that is the tons and tons amount of quality beer. And it's so cheap down there. I mean, a beer costs like 6 times less than in Denmark. It's so real, you won't even believe how insane it is. And it's quality beer we're talking. So we went down on a drinking adventure, so to say. And when I came home, I hadn't seen a single cultural monument and didn't really care, honestly. I mean, I was at my hotel, and the most cultural thing I got was the inside of every club and bar in Prague, most likely. But my parents were like, why else would you go to Prague then? Derby derby, blah blah blah, stuff like that. And were rather surprised that I hadn't seen a single thing. I mean, they knew I would be drinking all night, but thought that I'd also be a little cultural during the day. But as I said, it's interesting that a vacation can differ so much, and I have nothing against people who likes cultural experiences. I'm just talking about what I'd prefer, and that any day just lay around the pool doing nothing, relaxing completely and enjoying myself. And as said, no offense to everyone else or anyone else. You go to the vacation you enjoy, and well, that being it, no one should tell you what to do. That's all for this commentary. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, don't hesitate liking the video and subscribing to my channel for an update for when new videos are released. Cheers everyone, and I will see you around.